Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video. Another good week of garage sales out there. It feels like I'm getting at least one good game a week, plus a bunch of other great stuff out there. So I've been doing pretty well. Before I jump into all my finds, I'll just ask real quick if you could leave a like if you end up enjoying this video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment down below with the stuff that you've been picking up lately out at the sales. And I also did an E3 predictions video with my friend on the channel. It's my most recent video after this one. And I'd appreciate if you check that out. It was a good discussion. I think you guys might like that. But I'll jump into first a quick trade credit purchase. So I actually went to, a few weeks ago, I dropped off a box of stuff and got $400 in trade credit. And then again, I dropped off another box of trade credit stuff. This is all leftovers from my garage sailing and everything. And that stuff got $550 in trade credit at my local game store. They are paying top dollar for stuff, and I have been bringing it in. So one of the games that I saw my local game store had that I still need for my Dreamcast collection is D2. And they had it right on retail, 150 bucks, pretty good price. This is in really good shape. I mean, there's a little crack on the cover, but I can replace that. But discs were perfect. It had like the registration and all the inserts and everything. And this is one I've obviously needed for my collection, but one I wanted to get for my collection as well. So very excited to get that one. So I only have about 30 games left, I think, until I'm done with the Dreamcast set. Till I have them all, and it's mostly the big guys now. So this big amounts of trade credit is definitely going to be helpful. But I'm going to jump into some garage sales now. So a pretty slow week. The week that the Game Boy and Game Boy Color collection video went out. Went out on Thursday and didn't find anything, and I went out then on Friday as well and didn't find anything. It was cold and raining on Friday, so that was probably it. I did go out on Saturday. It was also cold and kind of raining, but I did grab a few things while I was out. Then I had a plan to go to the flea market with my friend, but we actually did go there, and there was absolutely no one out there because it was cold and raining, so we just went to a couple garage sales and then found a neighborhood sale that wasn't even listed online. That was pretty big. But let me see what I got here. The first one, I found this sale online, and I figured I'd stop at it. I saw it on Facebook. I saw some games in the pictures, so I figured, there might be some stuff here. So I grabbed a few things. Transformers War for Cybertron for $3. Not a bad price on that. That's a good one to pick up. Apparently it's a good game. I'm not too into Transformers. The only Transformers experience I have is with the Michael Bay movies and those. Oof. But apparently it's a good one. Developed by High Moon Studio. Yeah. Other than that, I got Cooking Mama on DS, complete in box. Moto Racer. I've never seen this one before. Random PlayStation game. This was in pretty good shape. And then I got Ready to Rumble Boxing PlayStation for 2 as well. So I paid $9 there. Or $11 there, right? Yeah, $11 total there. No, $9. 5 and yeah. So not bad there. A couple other random sales I went to then I stopped around at I found Killzone Shadowfall for $3 at a sale. Not the best deal. I kind of picked it up, but not the best deal there, but not terrible. This one's a really good deal, actually. Kind of random. Still sealed, the Xbox 360 wireless gaming receiver for Windows. This is still sealed. And loose ones of these I saw on eBay were going for like about $50. So I don't know if I can get any more or any less for it being sealed. I would assume I can get probably a little bit more. Not an item I would think that too many people care about having sealed. But yeah, this actually holds some value, so be on the lookout for that. But paid $5 for that. Certainly a good deal. And then the neighborhood sale I went to with my friend, it was a lot of houses. It was probably 40 houses we went to. And it wasn't listed anywhere online, to my knowledge. Not on Facebook, not on Craigslist. So really, really weird. And just very strange sale. I asked at games at almost all of them, but a few times I was told that someone before me already got some games. I don't know who. I don't know who it would have been. They said it was a guy in a gray shirt. That didn't really help me any. The one woman I asked if she had any games. She's like, oh, she was like distraught that I asked. She's like, oh, I sold them already. I'm so sorry. And she's like, there's a guy with a gray shirt that bought them. If you want me to help you take him out or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But I'll take his games. I won't take him out. But Don't know who that was. I'm not sure who it could have been because there's not too much competition out these days. Um, Obviously, Gray Shirt doesn't help me very much with narrowing it down who it is of the remaining guys, but got a few things out there. Picked this up for $5, just kind of to resell Disney, Pluto, Funko Pop. I saw this one going for anywhere from like 20 to $25, so I picked that one up. Just a quick resell since I was there. Try to at least get something to make it worth your time that you can make maybe a little bit money back. And then I don't know why this person who buying games in front of me passed it up. This was one of the 3 sales. I was told that someone bought games in front of me or before me, and they said it was some PlayStation games. But I got 2 controllers for $1 each: PS3 controller and a PS4 controller. So I'm not sure why this person would pass up 2 perfectly good controllers, but I don't know. But yeah, not a horrible day on Saturday, but I mean, pretty awful days on Thursday, Friday where I didn't come home with, I don't think, anything. But yeah, it just goes to show you, I've had some pretty killer weeks lately, but it's all up to chance. It's all random. You don't get to do well at every week, I guess. Got my Monday Memorial Day finds out there at the flea market. I went to the flea market. It was huge. There was a ton of people. It was probably the biggest I've ever seen it. I'd overheard a couple people talking that they actually sold out every booth area, and they were actually making up new spaces to be able to get more people fit in. So a lot of people. Luckily, I'm fully vaccinated, so that's not an issue. But a lot of people, a lot of stuff, not a lot of good games. I got out there pretty early. I woke up at 6, hoping to get out there hopefully at 7, but I kind of got caught up with some stuff, and I didn't get there till 7:30. But I didn't see anyone else that I knew that goes out for games. The amount of resellers were out there were pretty minimal, which is crazy. Usually that's like the biggest day for resellers, but I only saw a few of the usual ones and then a couple other guys that I have seen in the past, but their selections were just terrible. But I did get some games, some actually good stuff, some not as great stuff as well, but can't all be winners. For $2 each, well, this one on top, I got a stack of PlayStation 3 games for $2 each, and then PlayStation 1 game was $1. I got for PlayStation 1 Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lone Wolf, which was actually in pretty good condition, the disc at the very least. Then for $2 each, I grabbed these ones. I don't know why I grabbed this one. I think I must have thought it was something else. Def Jam Rap Star. I must have thought it was something else because that's not worth picking up. FIFA 16, I just kind of picked this up. It was sealed. I didn't know if this was worth anything, but never know. Call of Duty Black Ops. You can see their old sticker on it or whatever from Salvation Army. But Call of Duty Black Ops, another pretty decent GameStop trader, as I've always said. One that I'm going to be keeping just as a joke for myself. Is the disc in good shape? Yeah. Rogue Warrior. Yes. Classic. Hilarious. Hilarious bad game. Definitely look up the end credits music for Rogue Warrior. Be warned, it is not. It is it is explicit. Don't be listening to it with grandma in the room or something. But it's just so terrible. It's hilarious. And just listen to some of the dialogue from this game. It's so funny. And look at the spine art on this. It's I guess it doesn't really show up here too well, but it's really pixelated. That's the official artwork. So I don't know. And then I grabbed Infamous and Infamous 2, which I didn't have Infamous 2. So I thought I didn't have Infamous, but then after I bought it, I was like, wait a second, I did have Infamous. But for $2, it's still not a bad buy. Continuing the trend of PS2 games for $2, I went to another guy's booth, and he had some decent ones. Unfortunately, what happens a lot with stuff at the flea market is that on these early mornings, people set their stuff up the night before, and then leave it out overnight. So, the morning dew hits it, everything gets kind of wet. Just kind of a big, ridiculous nightmare. Just got a text for some from a garage sale. I'll have to see what that's about after I finish recording this segment. You might actually see the stuff here if it's anything good. But I digress on that. Got some games here for $2 each. These are, like I was saying, the morning dew hit them, so they're a little bit wet. But God of War Saga. This is like a 2-disc set. It has 5 games. I'd never seen this before. This is a good set, though. It has God of War 2, God of War 3, and then Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, which were the PSP games. So this is a good set here. I never really cared too much about God of War. I'd never played in the older ones. The only one I've played is the new one. So this will be a good jumping on point for trying these out. Good bundle to get there, though. That is pretty cool to get. And luckily the artwork didn't get too damaged on that one. Another one I got, Bioshock and Bioshock 2 Ultimate Rapture Edition, which comes with, I guess, both games. Are they both on one disc or something? It appear that way. And some stickers for Bioshock Infinite. But yeah, this is cool. Yeah, it has both games on one disc, so that's cool to have. I'll be keeping that for myself. And then this one, if you don't know that this game actually holds some value, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I've heard it is pretty good game. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this one. It's in pretty rough shape because it did get kind of wet. But I've heard it's a pretty good game. It's developed by Raven, and one of the Activision developers. And it is I'm getting all these texts. I'm sorry. my train of thought is gone. I'm getting a bunch of texts while I do this. But this is apparently a pretty good, movie tie-in game. The X-Men Origins Wolverine movie sucks. I don't think that's news to anyone. But apparently it's a pretty good game, pretty violent, pretty fun. But I think I'm going to be selling that just because it's pretty rough shape. I don't know. Maybe it'll clean up better. Other than that, my probably not as great purchase of the day. Might have overpaid a little bit. I'll get my money back more than likely. But I got a bundle of games here. I saw this one, Evil Within 2 for Xbox One. I've been wanting to play this game. I've heard good things about this one. And I always complain that there's not enough good AAA horror. And I saw this out there for $5, and then he had these two. He wanted 15 each. Loose Pokemon Sun and Loose Pokemon Moon. I thought this was better because I sold some of these last year, and then I remembered it was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that I sold and did well on because I already have those. He wanted 15 each. I got him down to do 30 for this whole stack, so not horrible, but not good. I would have probably passed on the Pokemons had I known it wasn't as good of a deal there. But that's all for the flea market. I tried to hit some garage sales out and about, but I came up pretty dry. Fortunately, though, I did actually find this out of the garage sale. Not a game item, but once again, I always say pick up the stuff that you want, sell it for the stuff. Pick up the stuff you don't want, so you could sell it for the stuff you do want. Man, I woke up too early this morning. The brain rot's kicking in. TI 84 Silver Edition calculator. I got this for $5. This is very easily on eBay if it works. Everything's okay, which this looks like it's in decent enough shape. I'll have to clean it up a little bit, but everything works. It's as easily probably about a $40 to $50 calculator on there. So, and you'll see these pretty commonly. I pick those up pretty frequently for about $10 or less than $10. And it's worth a go. They sell pretty quick usually. Every time I sell one, some guy on eBay named I Buy Calculators buys it. So it's usually gone within the day. So keep that in mind, though. But yeah, that's my Monday pickups. We'll have to see if the DS stuff that I just got a text about is any good. Maybe you'll hear about it. Maybe in the next segment I will tell you that it wasn't good, or maybe I'll just completely forget and you'll have to leave a comment. Some Thursday finds out at the couple neighborhood sales I went to and a couple miscellaneous sales. I wasn't expecting much because it was raining pretty much the entire morning, and it started getting worse by the time I finished. But there were a couple neighborhood sales. The first one I went to, I didn't even find anything. I don't usually do well in new allotments, which is what this is. So just newly built houses usually don't do well in those kind of places, and this was no exception. That one started at 8. I got there at like 7:30. Found out pretty quickly that there was not going to be much going on. Hit maybe 10 sales, and then got out of there by like 7:50. So I could get to the 9 o'clock neighborhood sale I was going to go to early. And I needed to stop at the bank as well. And I'm glad that I ditched that one and got to the 9 o'clock one, because I really did well at this one at 9 o'clock. But on my way there, I did stop at a sale and got... This was just, I found this off the side of the road. I got a Wii Sports for $1. Very nice to see. I didn't check the disc because you can't go wrong. Games, even if these are scratched, GameStop will still take them and give you a good amount of trade credit, so you can't really go wrong. And then I also grabbed this. I usually try to grab the Pokemon strategy guides if I ever see them. $5. It was a kid, so I didn't want to lowball them, but I grabbed the Sword and Shield strategy guide because I did not have this one. And I have most of like the other ones, especially the more recent games, but not bad there. I then went to the neighborhood sale. So I, finished my stuff up at the bank, whatever. Got some cash. And headed out to the neighborhood sale and pretty immediately found a sale that had some games sitting out at some pretty nice prices. I got essentially everything they had except I left a few sports games behind. But like I said, a lot of the stuff was in good. This stuff was in good shape, and like I've been saying for a while, my game store that I go to has been giving pretty crazy trade credit for anything. So I've been picking up anything that's half decent for like $1.50 and getting pretty good trade credit from it. So I'll go into what I have, and these are in really, really nice shape. I got Motor Storm, which I believe was a launch game for the PS3. I think it came with the PS3 actually. Dragon Age Inquisition, which I didn't know this launched on PS3. It must have been pretty late release because I remember that came out like 2014. I remember it was Game of the Year 2014. I got here Dragon Age 3. These PS3 games, as you can see, were all $1. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And Star Wars The Force Unleashed for PS3 games. And there was 50-cent PlayStation 2 games, which I'd like to see. I, of course, asked if they had any more, and they did not. But the 50-cent... Oh, there's another PS3 game I missed. Need for Speed Undercover. That was also $1. Those are really nice shape, so they took care of their stuff, which is good. And I didn't look at the disc quality on PS2. Oh, these are immaculate. Excellent. So, for 50 cents each, I got Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy 12. Tekken 4. Some of these I'll probably be keeping for my collection. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Virtua Fighter 4. These are all complete as well. Really nice shape. The Getaway. This one had some GameStop stickers plastered on it. Or EB stickers, actually. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. And Tekken Tag Tournament. So that is pretty good. $12 for all that stuff. I'll throw a few of them on the ground there on accident. But then I went to... I'm trying to think. Did I do this? Yeah, I'm doing this right order. Then I went to the sale that I was pretty excited about. I was just saying last week that I've never found Sega Saturn stuff at a garage sale. The only Sega Saturn stuff I ever found, out in the wild, quote unquote, that's not at stores would be I got my system at a flea market like 2014 for $10. That's the only Sega Saturn stuff I've ever found. But I go to a sale. I've been to the sale pretty much almost every year, and I ask about games, and she says, "Oh, well, my son has some, but I don't know if he wants to sell them." And I go out there and I see this tub full of random stuff, and she only wants $10 for it. So I pick up the tub. I'm not entirely sure what's in here. I know of at least three Saturn games that are in here, and one of them is pretty good. So I'll go into those. These are all complete and in good shape, to my knowledge. I didn't see the discs too well, but for $10, you don't even give this a second thought. That just looks fine. So the three Saturn games that I know of, I don't know if there's any more in here, are NBA Action 98. Not the most exciting, but it's in good shape. Gen War. I don't know too much about this. I don't think this is anything too special, but still cool to have a Saturn game. My Saturn library is seriously lacking. But the real good gem here that I got, which I was really surprised to see and really happy to see at this, was Die Hard Arcade, which is a very expensive game, maybe about $200 or so, I'm not sure, but I'm glad to have this one in my collection. I hear that this is actually a pretty good one, and crazy that was just in this random stack of stuff this was sitting out at the sale too, which is even more crazy. But other than this is uncharted territory. I don't know what else is in this box. There's some Genesis stuff in here, so I am going to just dig through this box on camera. I don't know what's in here. Here's a Blizzard product catalog. They had some World of Warcraft stuff there, but I didn't. She said she had no more games. If she had any more, she'd have to check with her son. I see here a Virtua Fighter 2 manual. And this is a pretty full tub. Ooh, Dreamcast game, Armada. I think I have this one, but very nice. I did not know any Dreamcast stuff was in there. But she said there was no more game stuff that she could sell that day, so this is what I'm going to have to get. This is a bit concerning because, ooh, I feel like I'm going to get cursed. This is just a blank VHS tape. I don't have a VCR at my house. I don't know what's on this. I feel like it's either going to be porn or something haunted. Either way, I want nothing to do with it. Here's a VHS copy of Happy Gilmore. Thank God. Let's see if this one's in here. Yes, it is. In very good shape. Very nice to see. Sonic Shuffle as well is in there. Cool to see that. I had no idea there was any Dreamcast. I did not see this. I mean, I'm going blind. I saw those games on the top, and I knew $10 was a good deal. Let's see here. Oh, this is cool. Hopefully the rest of this is in here. Vector Man. So that is cool. I might have to go back to this sale and really, hound her about getting me in touch with her son. There's some weird random pieces of paper that had like cheat codes on it. Virtua Cop Manual. Manual for EA Sports, Bill Walsh, who cares? Batman Returns Genesis Manual. Just some random stuff here, man. I'm going to just kind of flip through the stuff that doesn't matter as much and try to pull out the more interesting stuff. What is this here? Sega Screams Volume 1. Is this a demo disc, I take it? That's cool. Man, this is a cool bundle. Like I said, I'm going through this live on the camera. The Knights sampler? Okay. Interesting. And let me see here. Oh, another Sega Screams Volume 1. Is there another disc in here? Or is it just Sega Screams? Looks like it. Okay. Someone let me know. I think that's just a demo disc. It had some games on the back there. Sega Saturn. Playable bits and video clips. It's another demo disc. I might go back to this person's house and really maybe be annoying a little bit, but really kind of insist I could find out more. Jeopardy on PC. You don't really care about that. Let's see here. NBA Live 95 on Genesis. That is complete in there. I'll take it. Olympic Gold Barcelona 92. This does not feel like it has anything in there, but there's a bunch of loose cards floating around, so it might be in there. World Series Baseball. This also doesn't seem, that doesn't have the game, but once again, it could be in here. Some old headphones. That's kind of gross. Ooh, this is cool. Primal Rage box here. I don't see the game, but looks like box and manual. Everything else is in here. Very nice. I like these videos. I don't get to do these as often. I like the ones where I buy a random blind box of stuff and I go through it on camera. I don't know if it's interesting to you guys. You can let me know in the comments if you hate this, but I think it's kind of fun. I don't know. Let's see what else is in here. All right, here's that Olympic Gold cartridge, so I have this game complete. And Tecmo Super Basketball. I saw this. This is kind of gross. Looks like there's spider eggs in that. That's kind of disgusting. I'm going to put that far away. NFL 95. Okay. There's spider eggs there. A lot of, paperwork for games and stuff. Another blank VHS tape, huh? I don't know. It doesn't say anything on it. Another blank VHS tape. Scary stuff there, man. I tell you what on that. Sega Saturn stickers, it looks like. Some vintage Saturn stickers. Those are cool. The Dreamcast manual that comes with the system in the box. That's okay. Pretty rough shape here, but manual for that. Let's see what this more. You have a lot of cheat codes in here. I don't know what this is. Some kind of Mad Catz. This is all tangled in wires that are not interesting, but some kind of Mad Catz gun. What is this for? And there's a Dell mouse as well. This is for, this Mad Catz gun connects to, it looks like a computer. That's weird. That's just going to go in the giveaway box, I think. What else is in here? I'm still going in here. So, SG ProPad 2. This is maybe a PC controller. No, this goes to the Genesis, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Someone might have to help me out on this. Oh, no, this is just a multi-tap for the Genesis. I've never seen one of these before. Cool. I've never seen one of those before. That's new to me. Ooh, what is this? Oh, Game Gear game. Joe Montana Pro Football. I already had that one, but not bad to see in there. This is kind of getting gross down here at the bottom, but Daytona USA Dreamcast manual or Saturn manual. Okay. If anyone knows anything about this stuff that I don't or I don't mention, please let me know. Some kind of cable. I'm not going to bother with that. Highlander the Store. There we go. I have to go through this and see what is getting pitched and what's going. Is this some kind of it looks like a computer that you can put in the, I don't know. Let me see. Anything else interesting in here? The rest of this looks like random papers. Here's the box for NFL 95. No, like cardboard inner tray or whatever. Sega Dreamcast generator disc. That is cool. I have had this disc before. I've never had the case for that. So that's interesting. NFL 95 manual. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything interesting, but I think the rest of this is... Some of this seems like somewhat personal papers. I don't know. There's some of this that has phone numbers on here thrown at the bottom. This is mainly a bunch of, like, there's notepads with phone numbers and more personal information. Looks like someone's medicine schedule or something. So I don't want to probably show any more there. But a couple more Genesis manuals, Aladdin and NBA Jam. Other than that, we got some kind of really weird looking controller for the Genesis. Okay. And another, I actually used to have this one as a kid. I haven't seen that controller in a while. But I think that's all that's interesting in the box. I didn't know there was Dreamcast stuff in there, so that's really cool. And yeah, this is my first ever Saturn find. So if that was a little bit boring, sorry about that. But I think it's fun to go in blind, especially when it's just random stuff. But I'll move on. Next sale I went to, a few random finds. Oh, this is the find of the day. Screw that stuff. I have found a Wappy Dog. This was $5. This is a DS game that came with this goofy dog. You kind of gotta love the dog. I don't know, something about him. But this was $5. I think it's brand new. I don't think it's ever been opened. But I thought it's just an oddity. I figured I'd just, it's just a weird DS item to have. So I thought it was kind of funny to pick up. Other than that, like I say, calculators. This one's not as good. This is maybe a $25 calculator, the TI 83 Plus, but this was $3. That was at the Wappy Dog sale. As well as this, I just kind of picked this up. I thought it was funny. This is sealed. A universal DVD remote for the PS2 for Mad Cats, and it's brand new, so I don't know. But that is it from that one. Let me see. At this point, it started running out of steam. I started hitting everything I was going to hit. But I did go to then a sale. It was an older man. I saw they had a Wii Fit board out. And only a Wii Fit board. So I asked, oh, did you have the Wii? Oop, bump the camera there. You got to do that at least once per video on my channel. I asked, oh, do you have the Wii still? And he said, oh, no, the Wii died. And I was like, well, do you have any games or anything for it? And he's like, oh, I didn't think about bringing those out. So he did bring out some Wii stuff. I paid $10 for all this. A Wii remote. There's actually 2 Wii remotes in here. 2 Wii remotes and 2 nunchucks. I'm going to have to throw these rubbers away because they're pretty gross. But yeah, 2 Wii remotes and then 2 nunchucks. The Wappy Dog fell over. The calculator fell over. It's all over. I don't know who watches this. If you're still watching at this point, I don't know. You deserve some kind of medal. These nunchucks are pretty bad, but it doesn't really matter. some stupid accessories, the ones that you hook onto the Wii Remote to have like a tennis racket. There was a sensor bar, which is nice to get, but the games that were in there were We Play and We Fit, Big Brain Academy, Mario and Sonic Winter Olympic Games, and then Wii Sports. So not bad for $10 there. Other than that, I did go to a sale right next door that had some games sitting out. They were $1 each. Pac-Man World 3, Guitar Hero 3, Burnout 3. This guy only played the third game in the series. Okay, maybe not, because there's Kingdom Hearts 2. PS1 Spider-Man, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the PS1. I believe that's everything from this garage sale day. A pretty bleak Thursday that ended up actually being really, really good, but now I'm going to have to go through this junk and figure out something. So, that'll be fun. Alright, so I got my Friday finds here. We got 2 Fridays this video because I didn't, have enough for a video last time. And this was a bit of a slower Friday. You can't really do, you can't beat it really if you get Die Hard Arcade at the day before. And I actually went back to that sale later that day and gave her my contact information. I was like, please, if you ever find any more stuff, please just call me. Just knowing that there's going to be some great stuff in there. But otherwise, my finds here from Friday, the 3rd, the 4th, I don't know, every day it's not, who cares anymore. Went to a neighborhood sale once again. Like I always say, if you want to do neighborhood sales, they're going to be the most competitive. You got to get that there early. And the way I kind of see it almost is that you kind of got to claim it as your own. So I go to each sale, as when I see them setting up sometimes, and I'm really polite about it, but I go, I either buy the stuff I want and ask, or I just ask, and I know then that those sales are done with. I've done everything I can at those sales, and usually I'm out of neighborhood sales by the time they open, if not just maybe a few minutes after. I try to show up depending on how big it is, I try to show up about 30 to 40 minutes early. And most of the time people are open. This was the first one I went to. And I saw the telltale sign that there's a good chance of games. A guy in his 30s with kids, which means that he probably has games that he's ready to get rid of now. And it seems like he did. He told me he had a Sega in the garage that he could dig out, and I waited maybe 10 minutes in the driveway, and he pulled out this. So it's even in the box and everything. So that is a good find there. Model 2 has the system and everything. It doesn't have the cardboard, unfortunately. Had some controllers, a couple of games. Nothing too exciting game-wise. I was kind of disappointed. I mean, the box system's nothing to complain too much about. But, I'm out there more so interested in the games, trying to find cool games, rather than... I thought there was 2. Maybe there was only 1. I don't know. But I'm out there more interested in trying to find the games rather than the systems. But it came with just NFL 94. Not very interesting. It also came. He also brought this out too. I had never seen this before. Yobo. It has an old Game Crazy sticker. If you don't remember, Game Crazy was Hollywood Video's game store that was in the store. This thing looks like a piece of garbage. It's rattling. I don't even know what on earth I would do with this. It plays NES games. Probably just going to give that away. But that guy had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which was also really added to it. So box Genesis and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and a few little extras or whatever. His number was $30. I was happy to pay that, so I did that. Other than that, though, in that neighborhood, didn't really have anything else. Went to a sale. I asked about games. Everything was from an ask at this neighborhood sale, which is kind of the opposite of yesterday, where everything it was sitting out pretty much. But yeah, everything was an ask. And this woman brought out some 360 games and Wii games, and I bought the same game, but they were $2 each. There was nothing else too interesting for $2, but I got Guitar Hero 3. This one sells for a decent amount, and I think I might need a Guitar Hero 3 Wii to go with a guitar that I have. So, good to get there. Other than that, I was done with that, and I was out of there by right around 9 o'clock, and people started flooding in, and I had hit every sale that was there. So, that worked out nicely. Went around kind of looking for signs, didn't come up with much. I found another neighborhood sale, and there was a decent amount of houses. It was getting late at that point. It was like after 10. And I went to one sale. The guy had some old like plug and play thing. I asked if he had games, and he said someone already had asked about game stuff and whatever. And I'm like, okay. So then I go to a sale and I see a guy buying some PS2 stuff, and I'm like, oh, this must have been the guy I asked. And all he bought was they had some PS2 games out, and all he bought was it looked like The Godfather on PS2, and that's all I could see. I don't see anything else that he had. I think that might have been the only game he had. So I was like, okay, well, I'll see what else that they have for PS2 or whatever. And he left behind some good stuff. I don't know why. I'm going to assume this is the same guy asking for games, but he left behind some decent stuff. He left behind Magical World Racing Tour, which, not a bad find. Ratchet and Clank, which I would have left it behind too if I would have seen the disc condition. I kind of grabbed it and didn't think about looking at that disc. I looked at the other discs, though, and they were fine. Ratchet Deadlocked. Jack and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. And then I'm kind of surprised he left this behind. I mean, it's missing the manual / cover, but the disc was in good shape. I don't know why you would leave this behind. The Raiden Project, it's like a shooter, long box game. This holds some decent value. Probably complete, this would go 60-ish bucks, if not more. In this condition, I mean, loose disc, it probably goes about 30. I don't know why you would leave this behind. I'm going to guess he probably doesn't know too much. I'm not sure. But, hey, it works for me. I didn't see him again, and there was nothing else going on in that neighborhood. So, yeah. And that's the pickups for this week. Pretty nice week. I got some Sega scores, which I'm always looking for. I don't find enough Sega. So I was pretty happy with that. So once again, if you enjoyed, please leave a like. Comment down below your pickups. Subscribe if you're already subscribed. And I will see you next time.